Welcome everybody to today's Marketing Tips Tuesday from PracticeFuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your practice. My name is Brian Devine, and today we are talking about remarketing and why it is so important. So I'm going to break this down to the most simple basic terms. Remarketing or retargeting is when you drop this little piece of code from your website or your landing page onto a person's browser, which is like Chrome or Safari, Firefox, Internet Explorer. That's the browser that allows them to see your website. This little code follows them now and says, hey, this person saw these pages on your website. So why is that important? Well, it means that you can say, well, this person landed on page number 1, my landing page that gave them the information that they wanted, but they didn't land on page number 2, which shows that they took some action, that they downloaded something for free, or they requested information, or they scheduled something with you. So now we know that they landed on page number 1, but not page number 2. So we can show those people a specific ad because we know that they have already raised their hand and shown interest. They've said, hey, this is something that I might want, but they didn't take that step. They didn't take that action. So you have a very small group of people now that you can run ads to. That means that not only is it less expensive to run those ads, but it is extremely targeted. So that is the nutshell of retargeting or remarketing. The words pretty much mean the same thing, but I want to make sure that you know whether or not you're using it. So we are going to jump on over to this screen share here. Hopefully this will work. All right, there we go. So what I want you to look at here is in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you see this little blue tag, and it might be kind of small, but it says Facebook Pixel Helper. All right, and so that's what you're looking for. You want to add that to your browser, so Chrome or Safari, whatever browser you're using, so that way you can find out if your website, in fact, has the Facebook Pixel so that you can run retargeting ads. So this is the Pixel Helper. So you can just type in Facebook Pixel Helper, and it will give you all the information that you need. It'll walk you through how it works and what it's all about. But this is just a quick, simple way to make sure that it is, in fact, on your website. Or if you are running ads, hopefully you have landing pages and thank you pages. And you want to make sure that this little guy is running on all of your pages. It is extremely important that you have that. All right, so let's put a little context into this. This is the last piece of the 9-step system. And don't worry, we have plenty more content to talk to you about. But remarketing is that last step, because when you've gotten your foundation in place, you've put fuel on top of everything that you've put in your foundation, and you open those floodgates, that remarketing, that retargeting step is huge. It is extremely valuable because it just ties everything together. Here's the thing. You don't need to worry about it until you're at the end of the process, but you want to get that code running on your website the moment you have that website. All right, it is really that important. So make sure that you have that particular pixel running on your site. And you know, while you're there, you might want to, also check and make sure you've got your Google Analytics and tags and things like that, because you can run remarketing through Google as well. And you can start showing people that have landed on your website more ads all over the internet. So not just on Facebook. So it's a very, very powerful tool. So that's what I wanted to cover today. Now, I know some of you might be aware of the iOS 14 update that happened just about a month ago. And that is when Apple has given Apple users the ability to opt out of getting tracked. So this is kind of a big deal. So if you are hearing about it, please know that this is not the end of the world, because Facebook is already putting systems in place to solve the problem. And it is called Facebook API. And if you haven't heard of it, that is okay. You don't need to worry about it. It's people like me that need to worry about it, because what it means is that Facebook will be able to track what happens on your website using their code without the Apple user saying, yes, I want to be tracked. So instead of tracking them, it is actually having the interactions happening on your website being tracked directly through the website instead of through their phone. I don't know if that makes any sense. It is a little bit complicated. But the fact here is that it can still be tracked. You can still get that data. And even if you can't, if your company just doesn't know how to do it for whatever reason, don't worry. Remember, it's the last step. So you can always start working on it so that you can add it later. And there is a solution. So it's not like all Apple users are no longer available to you. All right, that's all I wanted to cover today. Hope you found some value in it. If you have any questions or anything we do to support you, that's what we're here for. But that is it for me for the Marketing Tips Tuesday from PracticeFuel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. That's it for me. Bye for now.